Let's talk about this matchup. This is probably the hardest fight for me to pick this year, and I genuinely mean that because I just keep going back and forth. I don't know who is going to win this fight. First and foremost, you got Brian Ortega, who looked absolutely phenomenal against Alexander Volkanovski. Did not get the job done, obviously, but was real close in that fourth round, 2 separate occasions, almost got the submission. But again, it's pound for pound, 1 or 2, Alexander Volkanovski, so it is what it is there. But, Brian Ortega, ever since that Max Holloway matchup, has drastically improved his striking. He looks like an absolutely new fighter and has been just super impressive. And then, we call him T-City for a reason. This guy's submission game is elite level. If he gets your back, you are going to sleep outside of Alexander Volkanovski. You are in trouble. You are in trouble, man.
How good is Alex? That's all
I know. How good is Alex, man? Pound for pound. I mean, it's him and Usman. But Yair Rodriguez on this other side, man, I mean, the striking, we saw that matchup against Max Holloway, just how competitive Yair Rodriguez is on the feet. He can strike with the best of them. So it's really interesting here to see if Rodriguez can outstrike Ortega, which I think is a good possibility, but Ortega's getting a lot better in his striking. Or will Brian Ortega take Yair Rodriguez down? Because if he takes him down, he will win this fight via submission. I just keep going back and forth on this one, Tabor. I'll give you guys my pick, though, and then, Tabor, you can kind of break down this fight a little bit more. But I have to go with Ortega here. Mm-hmm. I think it just takes one takedown and this fight is over. I think Brian Ortega, as soon as he gets a submission, he will be successful with that. I definitely think Yair can outstrike him on the feet, but man, this is a course of over 5 rounds, and to say that Ortega's not going to get one takedown, I just have a hard time believing that. So for that reason, I'm putting 1,600 church coin on Ortega for the win.
I would normally agree with you. I mean, most people are going to give Rodriguez the striking advantage on the feet over Ortega. But, I mean, look at what Ortega has done since he made that comeback after Max Holloway. He completely eviscerated and dismantled the Korean Zombie over 5 rounds. Yeah. And then, I know it was a few years ago, so I'm kind of in my time machine here. But look at the Yair Rodriguez Korean Zombie fight. Korean Zombie was winning that matchup without a doubt, beating Yair up, and then Yair got the knockout of all knockouts there at the end.
Yeah.
So, I mean, apples and oranges or whatever. I mean, it's hard to do MMA math. MMA math never fucking adds up, but I'm kind of doing it a little bit in my head. I think Ortega's going to find success on the feet. Really?
Well, no, and I definitely agree with that, because I just brought up the Max Holloway, and ever since he's evolved his striking so much more, I do think Yair Rodriguez is the elite of the elite in this featherweight division as far as striking is concerned. Him, Holloway, and Volk, I think, are the 3 best, but Ortega is up there, man. I definitely think he can compete on the feet. I just think where Ortega most likely wins the fight is on the ground.
And I would agree with that 100% because, like you said, it does only take one takedown. Ortega gets his back, it's probably going to be over. I don't see Yair having the ground game to defend against Ortega. I just don't. I don't see him having the defense to keep his neck from being completely squeezed to death.
Yeah, and I completely agree.
It's interesting. I think Yair's only route to victory here is by knockout. I don't think he outstrikes Ortega over 5 rounds. I just don't see it happening. I think Ortega's going to be too smart. He's going to get a takedown. He's going to win rounds. And, he might coast in the end. Who knows? I think Ortega's going to be up maybe 3-2 on the cards.
Wow.
Maybe 4-1. I think Ortega's going to be better on the feet, and I think he's going to be way better on the ground. So if it goes down to the ground, obviously Ortega all day. But I think on the feet it's going to be way more interesting. I don't even know if it's going to go down to the ground, Mason. I wouldn't be shocked if this is all 5 rounds on the feet, and it's just a fucking banger.
I'm sure there's a prop bet out there that says this fight, I'm sure it's like a plus 1,200. But yeah, Ortega coming in, Tabor, at a minus 160 favorite to a plus 135, Yair Rodriguez. What do you think about this line? Because first and foremost, I thought this line was spot on here.
Yeah.
I do give Ortega the slight advantage here.
Yeah.
But, there is some value on Yair Rodriguez, a plus 135. It's just so hard to finish Brian Ortega that the only way Yair wins, I agree, is via knockout, but decision's going to be real tough.
Decision's going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be a close fight. It's highly contested on the feet. I'm just very excited to see what happens. Will the unorthodox striking be enough to catch Ortega and put his lights out? I don't know. Ortega's just looks so slick and clean, and really the only people that beat Ortega as Volk and Max.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I agree with the line. I do agree with all that. Minus 160, but minus 160 for an Ortega seems like a really good value in my opinion. So I'm also going to take Ortega in this fight. I'm going to give you my pick right now. I'm going to put 2,000 church coin on Brian Ortega. And my prop bet, I don't know if it's going to happen, and I bet you it's probably not even that good of a line, but it's the only one I really feel comfortable putting money on. I'm going to take Ortega by sub, and I'm going to do 500 church coin.
Yeah. Oh, I'm also going Ortega sub 500 as well. It's the easiest prop bet to bet on a fight like this. So
absolutely. Very excited for this main event. Cannot wait to watch it here in studio, guys. We'll be live on a Fight Companion for that.
Yeah.